Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. I don't know what that is. Is that overnight high? It ran through it too. All right. I didn't want to get in that trade, that sell right there, because it was so close to the overnight high, but I guess 4, 6, 8, 10. No, I guess it wasn't as close as I thought. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning. All right. No. Did I copy? Nope, because my copier was off. Of course it was. Of course my copier's off. That was a nice little sale too. Damn. Damn. Alright, I missed this sale right here too, because I thought we were too close to here, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I definitely should have got into it. And if it popped back, it popped back. I don't even think it did though. It did not. I would have had a full win right there too. 2 little quick wins and we out. How wonderful. How wonderful. I don't even know how my copier is off in the first place, if I'm being honest. Who knows? But that's what happens. I actually went to sleep so early last night, which means that I was up at like 5:45 this morning. I don't even know what time I went back to sleep, but that always screws me up. So then I'm extra super duper tired when I finally like wake up to trade, because I didn't have like a restful night of sleep basically. All right, we got equal volume here, so neutral. Oh, point of control moved too far down. Wanted it to stay in the wick. Still worked out though. Oh yeah, we do have 9 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. low impact news this morning, which I forgot to mention earlier. So far, volume and volatility doesn't look too bad though. Yesterday's high is down there at 36.75. Pull back. Too close to support levels. I'm more so looking for the flip back up if we can get it. Nope. Still not right. Still not right. Good morning, Applejacks. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Thursday. All right, I took the order off because I didn't realize how much volume had accumulated there. It's not what I'm looking for. And I wanted the delta to be efficient, and it was not. It's blue instead of green. Uh-oh, sorry. Applejacks, how's your week been? You know what, Amelia? Great observation. Good morning, New. How are you this morning? New, are you still trading with Top Step? If so, how's that going? Oh, what a push. Really interested in the pullback. we just, oh shoot. We just hit yesterday's high to the tick and dropped very temporarily, just dropped 40 ticks. Came back up. $330, so about 1100. Still have the account, but rarely traded, working on Apex and TBT accounts. Got you. Have you been rarely trading it just because you have been working on the other accounts, or oh, what's up, Weedy? I think this is great. All right, took too long there. I think you just falling down. It is. It is. The net percentage change is still positive though. All right, I don't like that structure. Higher high, but a lower low in the middle of it. Not a fan. 24. Change to a trap at the last second. I can't tell if this is going to end up being efficient or not. Oh, that changed things drastically. Buyers just stepped in at the point of control just now. Very interesting. Long overdue for a smoothie bowl. You like smoothie bowls better than just actual smoothies? All right, just push past yesterday's high again. I have like 2 minutes before I need to stop trading for news. Get a smoothie. I need some food with it, otherwise my stomach will growl. Really? So if you drink a smoothie, you'll still be hungry, but if you eat a smoothie bowl, you're not hungry? Really? I think for me, like, I always tell people, if I could manage to get all of my nutrition in without having to chew and without it being disgusting, I would literally do it. Chewing is the most exhausting thing ever. Like, I just want to be full and I just want to get my nutrients in. I don't want to have to chew for it. Speaking of which, I did cook the rest of my turkey gizzards yesterday. I made sure there was no level of spice in it for my mom and grandma's sake. It was so good, oh my god. And my grandma cooked some cabbage and sweet potato. I didn't have the sweet potatoes, but she cooked cabbage, sweet potatoes, and cornbread. So I just had the cabbage, cornbread, and the turkey gizzards with gravy. And baby, let me tell you, yes, that was a great meal last night. Okay, my smoothie bowls have lots of granola. Okay. I got you. Now I do put peanut butter in my smoothie. Like normally I'll do about a cup and a quarter or a cup and a half. Well, I'll do a cup of almond milk, unsweetened vanilla, and then I'll do like maybe a quarter or half a cup of extra water if I need it, but I don't add it to the end. I'll do a cup of blueberries, usually just a tablespoon of peanut butter, a tablespoon of chia seeds, a scoop of vegan protein powder, and and then a tablespoon of liquid chlorophyll. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. Sometimes I'll add in, you know, those little fruit cups. My mom buys the peaches. So sometimes I'll put the peaches in there. Like if I didn't decide to put it into my fruit and yogurt that I usually have to break my fast in the morning. But that's usually all I put in mine. You want to do some butter beans and smoked turkey legs tonight? Ooh. My grandma, she will make navy beans here and there with the smoked turkey necks. Yeah, she usually does smoked turkey necks. So I have teeth that need to chew. I don't know if this is. Speaking of senses, y'all, I was so overstimulated last night. There's a couple of, well, they're kids to me that we play 2K with. They're 23, but one of them is kind of a more mature 23 than the other one. The other one, I had to tell him, I said, Zay, don't take this the wrong way, but you are overstimulating me. I need you to drink some water or something. Like, your mouth has to be dry. It has to be. You have not shut up since you've been in here. Said it just like that. So I made red beans and rice. I haven't had it in years. Ooh, how did it turn out? It was so good. Speak out for holes, peppers, what the peppers is. It's kind of spicy and kind of hurt the next day. Hey. That means it's gonna hurt coming out. Good luck. You put in one big pepper? Oh yeah, you was tripping, honey. No ma'am, no ham. No, no, no. Oh, we just pushed right back out of that. We initially rejected the change to the uptrend and then we pushed right back out. Let's see what we do here. Use smoked turkey. One big ass pepper and 2 small ones. Yeah, you crazy. Real crazy. Yeah, baby, I can't even use regular black pepper in this place. My mom. Ooh, what did you put in this, girl? It's 3 specks of black pepper in that whole thing. It's no way you taste that, ma'am. I'll be cracking up. Interesting. Sellers are trying to really take over. Let's see if we can push up, even though the zigzag volume is showing that it's a sell right here. Oh, they eat the spice. I don't mind it, but they go, yeah. I don't mind spice, but it can't be too much now. Not too much. Not too much, not too much. Let's see if we react here. If we push up, I need the point of control to move to the body of the candle. Took too long. We might drop some more. I could have got into this sale, but we were pretty close. 2, 4, 6, like 8 ticks away from the green level, which is support. But we pushed straight through it. That sucks. Hold on, let me see if that would have been a full win. I think so. It would have been a full win. Damn. See, I don't be knowing. That's the only thing that sucks. I don't know when I want to take a chance and when I don't. So yeah, this sale I would have been in if we weren't so close to the green level there, but we pushed right through it, hit the overnight low, and then pushed up from there. That sucks. That's 3 full wins today. I was able to get in one. I missed the first one. I was kind of late to the chart, so I was still kind of like getting my bearings, and then that trade right there. Damn. All right, I'm gonna wait for a pullback. So this is what the inside of that cell looked like. So the green level was like right here. No, it was right here, but the TP was like in this bar, so it would have TP'd just fine. I do want to wait for a pullback though. Higher high, lower low, higher high. So I don't like that divergence as of right now. You either love spice or you don't. I don't hate it, but tone it the fuck down. No, seriously. Like I don't like when things are so spicy that I can't really taste the other flavors. It's almost like your mouth numbs from how hot it is and you can't even enjoy the rest of the flavors of the food. Like, I don't know what else is in here. It just, my mouth is numb. It's burning. That's all I know. She does, yeah. She'd be like, I thought you didn't like spices. Baby. To that, you should say, I don't like spicy, but I like hot. Because hot Cheetos are hot. They ain't spicy. I think because of the levels of spiciness, I like things that are hot. I don't like things that are spicy. There we go. Did you see how he did on the trading account? He was up 1800, but it doesn't show P&L today. Yeah, we like hot. We just don't like spicy. That's it. I didn't even know he streamed yesterday. I've been out of the loop. I was out of the loop all yesterday. Let me tell you something. I was so delirious yesterday. I could barely keep my eyes open, but I was forcing myself to because I really was trying to like kind of reset my sleep schedule. So I did a pretty good job of it, but I was so delirious. Like I couldn't even look. I had people texting me. I couldn't even see the text that well. Like I was just delirious, okay? I felt like my eyes were crossing. Everything was blurry. My eyes were super dry and uncomfortable. Like it was not a good day yesterday for me. It was not, okay? It wasn't. So I just stayed away from my phone all day yesterday. $4.49, damn. I wanted the point of control to stay low in the wick. But yeah, I was starting to get like, whatever the word is for being angry when you're sleepy, kind of like hangry, when angry when you're hungry. I was that yesterday. I didn't want nobody bothering me. I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want to look at my phone. I just did not want to do anything because I was just so tired. But it was very well needed because I needed to flip my sleep schedule. I was exhausted from the lack of sleep. So, like I said, I went to bed early last night, like super early. But that caused me to be up at like 5:45 this morning. But I thought like, okay, I'm really tired. It's super early. We should be good. No. No. Not at all. Well, that was what I was looking for before it took too long to do it. That's like this right here is like the best setup for traditional pullbacks if the volume stays low, which it did not. That usually does not even work out. All right, equal volume, so I would need it to push up some more, which that's all I need right there. I feel like this morning is going by really slow. I feel like I've been on the charts for a long time. Maybe it's because I have a low-grade headache. I don't know. I no longer like this unless the point of control moves up to the wick, because we've been in this bar for so long volume-wise. Yeah, it's just gonna not be. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Day stream. Oh, I got you. I got you. When you said, reminded me of when Martin said, oh, Apple Jacks. That's what you missed yesterday. Thank you, Trenches, for letting the class know that you are here. Apple Jacks. We have a problem, ma'am. Okay, so here's the deal. Trenches Trenches decided he wanted to get a woman to be his workout partner on leg day. And not only that, he thought she just wanted to be his workout partner because she's so focused and she ain't gonna be on none of that and, you know, whatever. This lady, who we do not approve of, by the way, none of us, we don't do that, right? Because we're here. This lady gonna tell him, "Ooh, you strong. I bet you can't pick me up like that." Bitch, what? Yes, this woman. And I'm like, so all of them men in the gym, well, my homie inconsistent. We ain't talking about your homie. It's a lot of options for workout partners. This lady saw him lifting 200 something pounds. She 155 pounds. You can't lift me like that, bitch. He just showed you he can. You a Hey, can mods ban other mods? Time them out. Cause new, new, uh uh, new. What you not finna do is that, not that. Thank you. New needs to stay out of it. Cause nuh-uh. This is our fight today. Okay? Decide nothing. She know how to train legs. Okay. So she don't need to be your goddamn partner. That is that simple. I understand. Trenches, you are not that gullible. I refuse to believe. Yes, he is. I told him I couldn't wait for you to show up because I knew you would be on our side. We don't like that, do we? I say, lady, I ain't supposed to be doing that. That's what you say you said. But did you fire her as your workout partner? Because she has crossed the line of boundaries. Man, we're here to work out. I told him, Applejacks, I was like, oh, she's trying to change your status of basically, huh? Because when I had workout partners, I wasn't saying none of that. Because I actually was trying to just work out. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to get you to work her out. We don't like that. He's basically, and pretty soon he's not going to be because of this leg day lady. And she said, okay, I'm going to keep it professional. I'm sick of trenches. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. Let's see how long she can keep it professional for. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Damn, point of control was neutral. Did I? Oh, wait, I think that's the thing I drew. Oh, okay. Sometimes I draw the zone just so I can make sure I know I'm inside of the zone and to not trade, basically. I couldn't tell if that was the range or what. Okay. But yeah, Applejacks, she got all of us messed up. We don't like that. Three nights. Oop. Why do my charts be flashing like that? What's wrong with that? Everybody needs a spotter new. I'm gonna tell you, like I told him yesterday. So he said she's only his partner on leg day, right? Clearly, he don't need her spotting him for nothing. You want to know why? Because if she think that he just so strong, lifting 200 something pounds and can't lift her because she 155, well then your weak ass need to get out the way because you can't spot him. So go on about your business, lady. Go find somebody else to partner with. Preferably anybody other than Trenches. Thank you. Trenches gonna be like, I had to cut her off. I had to find her. But I felt like a lawn chair. She. Trenches is ready to risk his basically status. You hear me? He's ready to risk it all. Women are fighting over him. Spider for legs. Thank you, Amelia. She need help with her squat. She knows the correct. Y'all are so irritating. Nah, she need help with her squat. Nah, she needs to then use that little machine because I know I used to work out in the gym. She need to go to that little machine where everything is pretty much done for her. Uh-huh. The one where you got to get up under and it's the shoulder pads and you push up. Yeah, that's what she needs to be on. She'll be just fine. Trust me. She don't need no help. Yeah. Oh, Lord. I hope this doesn't push through because I didn't get in because that level is that close. But I would have broken even already anyway. Too much volume. What a change. What a change. Initially, the point of control was the buyers were in control. I was looking to try to trap them there, but then it flipped back. -73. We got 11 minutes left for the next news event. We got a speaker, FOMC member Logan speaks, and then also natural gas. Oh shit, did I? 173. Oh my god, my head is banging. I don't know what the low of this is though. 65. Oh, my head. This was almost what I wanted, but the delta percentage is efficient and I don't want it to be. And that pushed through. Oh my god. All right, I have to figure out if I can figure out myself. Well, that pushed through, but if I break even there, it would have popped back just to push through anyway. I'll show you guys the inside. That sell right there, the counter trend sell, the green level is here. So, and it was too close, but it would have popped back, broken even just to push through. So I have to figure out like when will it put it, if I can find like what patterns will actually push through and which ones, you know, do I need to like truly break even at? Because I don't like missing moves like that. That was a great move down. That just pushed down like 56 ticks from my entry. We almost sold off. If I can figure that out, that would be nice. Which I do always put on my analysis sheet, like when it's when price like breaks even at a level, and I'll always put like if the result of it was it pushing through and taking profit, if it pushing through and hits the break even, as in like it only goes 21 ticks and then reverses, or if it doesn't push through and it loses. So I just got to look at the data a little bit more to see, because I've missed a couple of trades today like that, sitting out because I think it's just going to break even there and then it pushes through. So, and I don't like that. Technically supposed to be in that, but I think it took off. Yep. It moved a little too fast for me. That was a perfect move and I missed it. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't have been filled anyway. Look at the inside. Bar closed and it just skipped right on over. Take profit before break even. What are you lifting? I know Fred has one when I see one. Not that. No NFP tomorrow with the government shutdown. Oh yeah. I love how the propaganda is because of the other party when y'all control everything. I'm so confused. So confused. Unless they sign everything tonight, which I doubt. Yeah, we're at VWAP now. 7th, I think. It's all their fault. Like, I genuinely be confused sometimes. For real. All right, we're at VWAP. Let's see what we do here. In order for me to get into the trade, volume of this bar needs to overtake this one, and the point of control needs to stay in the body of the candle. And obviously delta needs to flip to negative because it's still positive right now. Buyers are still in control in the point of control right now. All right, 3 minutes before I need to stop for news. I rolled my eyes so hard yesterday when I saw that Me Too. I was like, oh, okay. Whatever you say, whatever you say. All right. I would rather see us kind of like pull back here. if we're gonna pull back to push up, just because the overnight high is right there, so I didn't want to reverse up too quickly, and right now we're so close to VWAP. That I might be able to deal with. Well, not with point of control there. Just like 3 points. Need a point of control to stay low, or this could work if we overtake this volume over here. Nope. Can we get another rejection off VWAP? Nope. All right, I'm gonna stop for 4 minutes for news, and let's see what happens. Wait, Trenches, what's going on? Why you gotta do all that? What are you appealing? I thought you just was at work the other day, because you said that you got off work early. I mean, not early. You was like, I got off work at 8, so I'm just looking right now or something like that. Wait. Why you been out of work? What's going on? Y'all on strike or something? I don't know if I told you about. No, I did not know that. So wait, you were working another job then? I thought you just said you got off work the other morning. Am I tripping? So all the court dates I was confused. Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, I did not know that. So what are you thinking about doing? Are you thinking about dropping the appeal and declining arbitration so you can go back in? That's one of the good things about unions, honestly. For real. I feel like jobs and careers that have like unions as a part of it, I feel like you are so much better off because it's hard to fight certain things by yourself. And I feel like most companies really do kind of, I wouldn't say lay down for unions, but it's just like, fuck, I don't feel like fighting these goddamn on people again. Just get him back in here kind of thing. I think the only time I don't even think, I can't remember if California had unions for its nurses, but the good thing about California was really the labor laws that kind of protected us with certain things or whatever. But yeah, I don't think I've ever worked and been in a union. I don't think I ever have. But yeah, what are you thinking about doing, Trenches? I don't like how far down we just dropped below VWAP, but let's see what happens. I wouldn't mind taking a sell if we kind of pop back up. I'm still waiting to be clear to trade. I always wait 2 minutes. It doesn't matter what news event it is. Even when it's low impact news, you could still have like, you know, changes in the order flow and stuff. So I just feel like things always normalize after 2 minutes, no matter what news event it is. It always normalizes after that. I need point of control to move down a price level. Oh, no. Not court days be about Trenches stuff. What I'm debating is $50 an hour though. Because I know I'm gonna get fired. Trenches, shut up. Stop it. What is wrong with you? What do you be doing? Talking about I know I'm gonna get fired. You are hell. Alright, that was a trap. I didn't want it to be a trap. I'm not inside of, yeah, I'm not, okay. You are crazy, okay? Literally crazy. Oh, goodness. Alright, we got a chart refresh. He works on the railroad, if I'm not mistaken. Get your ass out the trenches. Don't tell your leg lady you see money. Shut up. Listen, you know women love shit like that. They call you what? Oh Lord. Oh, this is that trade I don't know if I like. Wait, no, it was the other one. I thought it was this. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna confuse myself. Oh, it changed anyway. All right, good. I don't freaking remember. I don't know, Trenches. Okay. So, if you don't go back, is it because you're making enough money doing other stuff where you're comfortable and you know, you're good? Or from a financial aspect, is it better for you to go back? I just want to get one more good trade in. A lot of the trades I had to sit out of because we were just kind of bunched up between levels and stuff. She asked me friends from a hood I lived in. See, the way Trenches is sharing information with this lady, I just feel like he forget the lady he trying to fold up. I feel like he might go for that other lady too. He's sharing too much information. We don't like that. You a little too friendly for us. a little bit. Ooh. That changed it. What is the 859? Wasn't efficient. Couldn't stay in it. So I'm not trading for income. Yeah. If trading affects you in that way, yeah, that is kind of tough. What the hell? Oh, that might lose anyway. If we come back up, I'll get into it. I had my finger on the button, but I hit the wrong button. That might be too far outside. Yeah. Well, good thing I did have my finger on the wrong button. Good thing I did. I am also starting to think about no longer trading after 9:30. Although the strategy still kind of works just fine. I mean, y'all seen the days where I was still on the charts for so long thereafter. It also kind of depends on the type of volatility that we're having, which most of those days we weren't really having great volatility, but we weren't choppy either. We're looking at what is this over here? I think I'm pretty sure it's a 5-minute chart. This is actually pretty choppy. It doesn't look that choppy with me being on the Renko chart, but that's pretty choppy. And I don't know if I like that. I don't. So I don't know. But it is a thought of mine. We'll see. We'll see. Because that just completely like conked out right there. There was no more juice. But for these traditional pullbacks, I think the best setup is when if volume is low, the point of control is in the body with the buyers in control if I'm going for a buy and vice versa for sales. And if the point of control is in the wick, I think I usually like it when the volume is high in the bar, but I don't know, we'll see. So no, we did not talk about that, but I did see that for billions, right? And I think the company that they sold to was already like maybe a 10% owner or something like that. I feel like I read that. Doesn't look very good again for yeah, it does not look good. We looked pretty good in the very beginning of the session. It was a very nice sell-off, but then once we hit yesterday's high, the first lower VWAP band, I mean, we've technically just been going between the overnight high and low or the VWAP levels for the most part. I mean, to be stuck between two VWAP levels the first hour of the session, that's not good movement at all. And honestly, with the way that we dropped, I really expected us to push through yesterday's high and just kind of sell off for the day, but we did not. All right, we got 5 minutes left. Let's see where the overnight high. It's too close there. And then she knows people from the hundreds, and I lived in the hundreds for most of my life, so she would know. Okay, trenches. That's fine. We just don't like her, that's all. And no matter what you say, we're not gonna like her. And we want you to get a new partner. So NQ have to open and log with off. I feel it. It's a good thing you did, cause he might. So this is the account for that competition. Let me see. Oh yeah, I see that it's at the starting balance. Yeah, see, I didn't know all the rules for it and stuff. I was asked to do it or asked if I wanted to do it, and I was like, no. If I was like consistent with my profits and stuff, sure, but my focus since I've been on YouTube is keeping my eyes on my own paper, keeping my eyes on the prize, and just focus on mastering what I'm trying to master. All of that other stuff for me right now would be a distraction. Like, I'm not consistently profitable right now. It would literally be a waste of my energy. Oh. All right, if we get back up there, I'll buy. Yeah. If not, we're good. Yeah, see, I don't like we just don't seem like we have enough juice right now. That's why I'm kind of waiting until the bar closes and then kind of seeing what happens after that. I just don't like it. I just don't. Now this one I wouldn't mind because the volume is high, but the point of control didn't move up. Oh, he was up on it. Yeah, he might have. 0-day J and then with collar in it too. Yeah, and then like I don't know. It just like with like the Ninja Trader competition thingy, right? Now Ninja Trader is a little bit different because with Ninja Trader, obviously, you know, it's for everybody and they're allowing people to use bots and stuff like that. Like that's a waste of my time. For me, even if I was consistently profitable already, I don't know if I would have wanted to be in the competition because I don't over leverage and things like that. Now I probably, just because it's a competition account, maybe I would, but it's just like, I don't know, things like that are just a distraction for me. And I get the purpose and how, the winner has things for their community and stuff like that, and that's nice, but I don't think I would have done it either way. You almost traded Asia. The market was just grinding up. September I had to pretty much done with funded accounts. Oh, really, Applejacks? All I got is an MFF account still in eval. Otherwise, I'm trading my old Roblox money. Nice, nice, nice. What broker are you using, Applejacks? Tradeovate? Trade the chop, and that's what I used props for last year. And go with TPT. Yeah, I think TPT is the best out there for real, for real. Trade day is nice, but it's already annoying to do 5 days with TPT to add another 2 days for trade. Actually, no. Didn't they reduce the number of days recently? Or is trade day still 7? I can't remember. If I want to go back or just fight it all the way, they have a 70% win rate at arbitration for these. Most people just come back and look. It's unpaid vacation. So they have a 70% win rate. Okay, so Trenches, what's the difference of you going back without arbitration? And like, is there a difference in your pay? Is that like, what would be the upsell, I guess, in going back with arbitration versus without? You did have a ball this summer. You sure did. With all those ladies in those hotel rooms and maintaining your basically. And futures, got you. Trade day is 5 days, that's a 30% consistent. Ah, got you. Okay. Applejacks, with you trading with Tradeovate, how come you didn't choose Tradeovate as your broker? Because doesn't Tradeovate have lower fees? So you have Tradeovate as a broker, Amelia? See, I have Ninja Trader just because I've had Ninja Trader for so many years, probably like 6 at this point, if I'm not mistaken, probably longer than that. Like, I've had it for so long that it used to be dormant. And then they switched us over to the Ninja Trader brokerage. I can't even remember how many years ago. In arbitration, you come back and they pay. Oh. It just takes 2 years to get there. Wait, it takes 2 years to go through arbitration is what you're saying? Or it takes 2 years to get... Wait, come back and they pay. They have to pay it. They have to pay what, like a settlement or something? RCT suggested AM, so I signed up with them like a year ago. Ah, got you. Have you thought about switching brokers? I think, let me see something. I'm just curious on the difference in commissions, only because I know you like using the Tradeovate platform. Because I know most people who choose AMP is because they like to trade on other types of platforms. Like maybe they like, I think Sierra charts or like Quantower or something like that. Oh, this thing, well, this AI does say for low frequency traders, if you trade less often, AMP futures pay per trade commission structure will probably save you more money. If you place many trades per month, Tradeovate's subscription based model is likely the most effective option. Oh, AMP doesn't have that high up. You know what? Let's do this. Wait, AMP doesn't publish a single commission table. Instead, you must use their interactive exact cost calculator. Okay. Takes too long to switch. I'm like, man, I'll worry about it later. Arbitration would have Oh. Do you want to wait that long, Trenches? Do you think it's worth waiting that long? Because here's the thing. My commission on Trade Away for the free is... That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm talking to you, Amelia, on the Trade Away commission. So, Trenches, what I would ask them is, what is the typical settlement amount? Because if I have to wait 2 years and get a settlement, but what my settlement would be is anything like equivalent or less than what I would have made in those 2 years that I had to sit here and wait for you, and it's only a 70% win rate, I would rather just drop the arbitration and go the fuck back to work. Because you still have that 30% chance that you would lose. And that's 2 years of missing out on, I mean, obviously you can make up your income elsewhere, right? But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It would have to, like, for real be worth it. Like, the arbitration settlement that I would need to get would have to be at least like 50% more of what I would have made if I would have just went back. Because that's 2 full years of no income from that job just to wait on a 70% chance of something. You know what I mean? And it's instantaneous transfer. Oh, you can do... Wait. You know what? I feel like Ninja Trader might be the same. Right? Ninja Trader. Oh, I wanted to look at the commissions anyway. Trade of 8. Now I have the lifetime license with Ninja Trader, so my fees are pretty low. All right, so it would be volume tiered CQG. Okay, so Applejacks, what platform are you, I'm assuming you're using, you would use TradingView? CQG. Quantower, yeah. All right, so if you trade MES, less than at the, what is this, per month? Volume tiered. All in cost for... So 62 cents. And micros on Tradeovate is 58 cents, but it's also $99 a month. So I guess AMP is a little bit better, just kind of depending. But that's only if you do the monthly. I think long term, lifetime, if you do Tradeovate or Ninja Trader, obviously lifetime, the lifetime license is always better. All right, let me see something. He wanted me to get my CDL and come do local runs with him 3 days a week, $800 at Ooops. So $5,800 a month. That's not bad. That's not bad for 3 days a week. You know, try to be count in 5 seconds in. Ooh, nice. See, I haven't really been trading my personal account. I'm not back there yet. Okay, so it is TradingView. Yeah, so it looks like the cost is about the same, which technically when you factor in the $99 a month, if you have the monthly license, or if you do the free license, then AMP is cheaper. But I mean, if you plan to trade long term, I think one goal would be to use, especially if you still trade in your MFF accounts, you get to a payout on it. I would definitely look into possibly using payout money to get a lifetime license with Tradeovate, and then just switching platforms. I mean, you already use Tradeovate anyway, so just switching brokers, because on micros you're talking about 18 cents versus 62 on AM Futures, and over time that's definitely going to add up. Some people win arbitration, then they don't get what they were supposed to get. See, yeah, TradingView can be lagging with yeah, TradingView is horrible at executing when you're executing trades there. It's just a better charting platform for sure. The conductor minimum, if you stay marked, is $5,800 a month. The union would be asking for if I won. So if you don't go through arbitration, okay, which one do you think you which one do you think that you would be happier with? Driving trucks 3 days a week, making $5,800 a month, going back to working as a train conductor without going through arbitration and making however much that is a month, or waiting 2 years for a 70% chance of making the same $5,800 a month that I think you said you would make if you just drove trucks 3 days a week? You missed out on 200 points on, oh no. Oh man. Too much thinking involved. I'm cool right now. Girl, la 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 la. Nah, you're good right now, but I definitely, like, long term, you definitely should probably try to go with wherever you could save commissions on, because commissions definitely add up, especially as you build up that personal account, you start trading minis and stuff. Those commissions definitely add up, and having the cheapest commissions possible, especially if you don't have to change platforms and things. Like, I could see if, let's say for me, if there was a better broker that had way less commissions than what I'm paying, but I have to switch off of NinjaTrader, it wouldn't be worth it for me because all my indicators and stuff are here. You know what I mean? But you don't have to switch platforms or nothing like that. It's just a matter of switching brokers. It'll be worth it in the end. Oh, the trucks is not $5,800 a month. Oh, okay. $800 a load. Have you calculated how much you would probably make if you drove which one would make you happiest? Because I mean, it's not always about money. It is, because we need money to survive, you know what I mean, and be comfortable and do the things that we want and need to do. But if I'm gonna make way more money but I lose time, I lose sleep, you know, or I have to do something where it's like not within my moral compass. Like, for instance, 10 years ago is when I decided to go into psych. Psych is one of the lower paid areas of nursing because you don't need all of those like medical skills. I don't need to know, you know, about telemetry stuff and heart rhythms, and I don't need to do anything like that. I don't need to know how to put in a chest tube and put in catheters, and I don't need to have all of those skills. Now, it's not like one of the lowest paid ever, because at the end of the day, they kind of pay you decent because your safety's at risk all the time. But I know I could have made more money in other areas of nursing, but it didn't align with my morals and values. I'm not going to say I don't believe in traditional medicine, but most of traditional Western medicine does not align with my values and my morals and my ethics. I can't ethically give somebody 17 pills at once. So for me, I went with where I can make a good living and not go crazy in the process. Because the other thing with nursing was it just drove me crazy how much they wanted you to do. Like, I worked overnight my entire career, but there was a couple of times where, I had to work during the day just because that was the orientation, and I hated it. Like, to work in a hospital during the day, doctors are coming in and out. You have to stop what you're doing because you need to go in there with the patient when the doctor's in there, and then they're writing new orders and you're trying to do that. You're getting new scripts, you're doing this, doing that, changing this. It just was too much. Put me at nighttime. The doctors ain't here. I might have to finish up some work from day shift, but that's cool. I'm here for a couple hours. My patients go to sleep. They sleep for 8-9 hours. They wake up. I'm here for another hour and I go home. Like, for me, that was the life. I was cool. And at my last job, I was making like maybe $42 to $45 an hour. And I just found out that they are hiring agency nurses again. They've been hiring agency nurses again for like a year now. So I have like low key, high key, low key been thinking about going back. But I would only work like probably 2 days a week. 2 days a week is more than enough for me. I don't need all that. Couldn't for the gas company as the meter man because I can't morally turn somebody heat off. See, exactly. Neither make me happy. The market for a few hours, the only job that makes me happy. Teaching might make me happy though. I'm gonna take all the jobs for a bit longer, hopefully. Yeah, Amelia. Okay, so maybe not whichever one makes you happy, but which one would you be happier with? Since neither of them would make you happy. That's weird. I might blow you down, but I'm trenches. Jesus Christ. Well, that moral compass is not that weird because you're not, if you're gonna blow somebody down, it's for a reason. They done did something to you, did something to somebody that you love. It's not like you just like, I want to blow somebody down today. Hey, random old man that's walking down the street, bow. Like, but yeah, see, I couldn't work doing stuff like that. That would not work for me. Like, anything that has to do with essentials that people need. One of the biggest reasons why I couldn't work in the ICU was because, and this had nothing to do with morals or ethics, because when I took a 3-year break from nursing, I told myself, like, if I get back into nursing, the only jobs that I would be okay with is working with children, working in ICU, or working in psych. Because my thought process was, okay, children are innocent children. You know what I mean? So if they are sick, it's typically not anything that they did themselves, unless like, oh, they put a bead in their ear or something, something weird like that. But if a child has any ailments, it's typically something that they were born with, or, somebody has done something to them, or things like that. So I can work with children from that aspect, and I love kids, but because of how much I love kids, I cannot work in children medical because I can't see children sick. I did part of my practicum in a cardiac ICU. No, I can't. I had a child who had a heart transplant, wasn't taking their medication, like the rejection meds. Parents allowed them to not take their medication, and they ended up having their organs shutting down, and the parents were upset because the child couldn't get back on the transplant list. And it's like, but we gave your child a heart, and you allowed this child to tell you they were not going to take their medication. And I get it, at that age, you don't want to do things that your friends are not doing. It's not cool to have to take medications and things like that. But the child, by the time I came back the next week, that child was dead. And I just could not, I couldn't. I just could not. We when I toured the cardiac ICU, the very first day I got there, we were touring around, and at that time there was a machine called an ECMO machine, and I feel like it was fairly newer. And so the ECMO machine basically has one huge machine on one side where like it's you can see the blood coming out of the body filtering into this machine, and that machine is kind of like acting like the heart and pumping the blood back into the body. Then there's another machine over here that acts like the lungs. And there were so many machines around. I couldn't even see. It was like maybe a 6-month-old baby. I couldn't even see the baby because the machines were just taking over the room. I can't do that. I just can't. I couldn't work in children's. And then when it came to ICU, so I did my senior practicum in an ICU. So in the particular hospital I was in, it basically was like I think it was 4 different ICU units kind of like all kind of together kind of. So like one wing was this kind of thing. And my very first day there, I'm still getting, shown around. This is the supply room. I'm still going through that. Code blue ICU. He's like, okay, well, you got to go over there and help them with CPR. I said, who? Me? I just got here. So he's like, all right, well, you can go watch, but if we have another one, you're going to have to help. I'm like, no. So I go over there. Basically, the patient was septic, so had sepsis. So they had, bacteria in the blood, and it was causing the blood to be super acidic, and they were coding because of that. And so during the process of CPR, they are also pumping them with bicarbonate fluids through IV because bicarb makes the blood more, it takes the acidity out of the blood basically, so it causes it to be basic. And first of all, the patient's eyes were open the whole time CPR was being done. That freaked me out. And every time the patient came back to, within like 30 minutes, they were coding again. And after like the third time, they only kept going because the family was like, oh, my brother's on his way. He would love to be here before, the patient passed or whatever. And so after the third time, the doctor was like, look, I'm only doing this one more time. There's no way we could save him. And this, at this point, is getting to the point of like, this is unethical because we're only keeping him alive because you want your brother to be here. And it freaked me out. ICU was just not for me. Like I can't do stuff like that. But the only reason why I was okay with working in ICU when I got back into nursing is because I'm like, all right, well, people who are in the ICU, even if they might be there because of something that they did, maybe they, they were driving drunk, got into an accident, things like that, they still are at a point where they can't help themselves. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that is, people in the ICU are part of the most vulnerable population. People in ICU, children, and then I feel like people in psych are pretty vulnerable as well, just in a different way. And so that's why I told myself, all right, if I get back into nursing, it's got to be in one of those 3 areas of nursing because that made the most sense for me. And I just ended up not settling because I didn't settle like in a bad way. I settled with going into psych because I felt like, yes, some of these people take more medication than I can imagine, but I've seen people try to be weaned off of things and like, nope, please go back to that other dose because, and now you do have different levels of psych, right? You have long-term psych where these people have for real issues, like for real. And I worked for the state for a long time. So most of those people were criminals and they were found not guilty by reason of insanity or permanently incompetent to stand trial. And so I was working with murderers, child molesters, arsonists, anything you can think of. I had patients like that. And honestly, I felt safer with them than I do in traditional medical. Like looking at a lot of times when people in healthcare are being attacked, it's almost, I mean, you do have people being attacked in psych wards, but a lot of these attacks that you hear nowadays have nothing to do with psych at all. And maybe I feel a little bit safer because most of the time these people are people that I've worked with in long term and acute psych. They're pretty stabilized on medications. Like, not to say you don't have anything to worry about, but you're a lot safer than you think. But you still got to keep your head on the swivel, keep your back to the wall at all times because you don't never know, you know? Um, but yeah, psych was fun for me. Like I genuinely enjoyed it. When I worked in acute psych, most of the patients in acute psych were never like, well, when I worked in California, it was a little bit different because in acute psych in California, we had an acute and then we had a step down unit. And the people who were like acute, they were in like rooms usually having to be restrained, or they were in rooms where they had cameras because who knows, like you would get people who are high off of laced drugs and are acting like you would see people act in zombie movies. Like it was bad. um and then the step down was more of, I'm depressed because my husband left me, or we had some people who would come in who were bipolar and get what they call ECT treatment. That's when they shock the brain or whatever. And they just had lapsed on their ECT treatments and need to get back on it, you know, things like that. Which, by the way, I saw ECT treatment be done when I was in high school, when I was in my psych rotation in high school. And it was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it probably was because I only watched it be done one time, and the patient was, he was like a bigger guy who had like really dark circles around his eye. Like he just reminded me of, I wouldn't say Frankenstein because I'm not going that far. He didn't look like a monster, but he just like, he had this certain like zombified kind of look to him. And his eyes were open when they were shocking him. I couldn't. Like, why do people ask I be open? I don't know. I've had a lot of experience in healthcare, and I think that because my experience in healthcare started when I was 16 years old, by the time I stopped working 3 years ago, I just felt like, oh my God, I've been in for so long, because I basically have been in for half of my life already. At 32 years old, I have been in for half of my life, and it's just, it gets to be very exhausting, especially because a lot of jobs and even patients just don't appreciate good employees. They don't appreciate the people that take care of them, unfortunately. They just don't. They really don't. All right, I'm going to show you guys the account. So the account that I traded is the one that's close to passing, and unfortunately my trade copier wasn't on at the time. And I haven't taken a trade since then. I only took the one trade, unfortunately, today. Missed a couple of good ones. A couple of them I sat out of because we were too close to hello, why is this on the wrong thing? Device not connected. Oh yes it is. You're just not connected to the right thing. All right, here we go. Um but yeah, a couple of trades I just didn't take because we were so close to a level I would break even at. Like I said, I'm hoping within the next week or so I will kind of know, all right, if this particular variable is in, like maybe if volume is really high, then like in my entry bar, then there's a higher chance of us pushing through, because of a high volume entry bar means there's a lot of effort in that bar. So maybe it's something like that. I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of variable where I should be able to know if I need to break even at levels or not. It could be, hey, point of control needs to be in the body and you know, whichever direction we're going in, that's who needs to be in control in the point. I don't know, I feel like there's some kind of variable in there and I'm just missing it right now. But maybe after I'm done redoing my old analysis sheet, then I'll have a better inkling of what needs to be done. But so with this particular account, I'm about $700 away from passing it. I'm still just going to trade one contract per trade. I'm not going to like increase the contract size or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure this account renews like in 2 weeks, maybe. So I have time to get the $700. And like I said yesterday, I've pretty much been break even almost every day. So as long as I'm not super, super red on the account in a day, I think we'll be good. Because the only reason I'm $700 away right now is because when I was less than $400 away, my very first next day trading, I lost $367, I think, or something like that. So we're gonna try to make some headway and get this account passed, because I really want to start trading and fund it again. I also think at some point I'm gonna get another TPT account, but I might wait until this one's passed. And then same thing with Apex. I still have 2 Apex accounts. So what my goal is to just have one funded account that I'm trading per company, and as I get payouts, then I'll add, try to add more evals and kind of go from there, because I feel like by the time I get to that point, I'll be pretty settled in my strategy. So I won't be all over the place and feeling like, oh, I have to change this. Because as it stands right now, I'm pretty sure my strategy is what it is, as far as at least the bare bones of it, of this is what volume I'm comparing. This is what's important as far as order flow goes. It's just a matter of continuing to figure out which patterns I like best and which ones I don't. But that is just going to take getting more data, which is obviously going to take more time now that I've been on a 20 tick chart versus a 16 tick chart. But yeah, I think I'm pretty set in the strategy at this point, and I'm okay with where it is at this point in time. So we'll see. Still not terrible on that account, not at all, not at all. So I'm really hoping that maybe the market was pretty cooperative today, I'm not gonna lie, because I should actually be up like $300 on this account, and then 2 something on these, since my copier wasn't on that first trade. So yeah, if we can have more days like today, I think I'll be good, and I think I can get it done by next week, but we'll see. But I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna go journal and get some other stuff done, catch up on Discord, since I should finally have some time and I'm wide awake, so I don't need a nap today. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.